can't get Lucas in. He keeps joining, but it won't let him come in the class.
Nothing's loading until.
All right, you can go ahead and try if you want to. Just go ahead and maybe shut down and restart your computer and then join back in once it comes back up. Maybe that'll help.
Okay.
All right. When you get to free typing, Iva, the ones that I want you to do are on your classroom wall. So you'll have to change the test to whichever one that I asked for. So like when you go to Google Classroom today, it says, the first test is 1 minute, number 8. So when you get to free typing, you'll click on tests up at the top, and then you'll change it to number 8, and you can leave it at 1 minute. And then you can start it. And then once you're done with that one, then you'll go back and you'll change it to Classic Tale 32. And then you'll have to change that one to 2 minutes. But on your keyboarding tracker, you just put in those 2 rows, okay? Anybody else having any trouble with anything? Yes, Sydney, are you raising your hand? I can't hear you. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna give y'all just a couple more minutes to finish up your warm up and to log everything in your keyboarding tracker, both warm ups. I just lost somebody. I think I lost Lucas. All right, Jackson's getting back in, and maybe Lucas. This day is interesting. All right, Lucas looks like he's back in. Jackson, how's it going? Can't hear you.
It's working.
It is working?
Mhm.
Okay, good. All right, if you have to go in and out again, Jackson, that's fine too. I think today's just going to be a little iffy for everybody just because it's so gloomy. The rest of the week's supposed to be good, but the last 2 days have been stinkers. And I have real I know I've said it before. I'm not bragging, but I mean I have really good internet. The house that we are renting right now, the people that lived here before had the husband worked from home, so he had like super great internet. So we just got lucky. But I mean, I think even mine the last couple of days has been a little weird. So, all right, I think I'm just missing one person right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I want to talk a little bit about, because I mean I've got some people with some zeros, and I'm gonna start. I send you that weekly email every usually like Friday or Saturday to tell you like we'll just review what we did and talk about what's coming up for the next week. I think I'm going to start sending some private emails out just to let you know, just to email you personally and let you know if you're missing anything. Because sometimes I know like my sixth grader now, she didn't always check her PowerSchool last year, but basically everything that I have is also in Google Classroom. So if you know that something's missing, I may put notes on stuff in Google Classroom before I send it back to you of things that you might need to fix or change, or if you didn't add your attachment. But I think I'm gonna start sending in an email too every week, just because I want you, maybe if you have time over the weekend to get caught up on some things, or if you have any questions. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. So today is Tuesday. We'll have class again on Thursday. And then you got a 4-day weekend again. We got so many long weekends. It's been great. So you'll have Friday and Monday off. So it still doesn't really affect us. Because you'll still have me on Tuesday and Thursday next week. So we're going to finish up word processing this week. And then next week, I'm going to get you to do a little bit of desktop publishing. We're going to do like a daily schedule and make kind of like a little poster of your day. So once we finish up this week, that's what we're going to start for next week. But just want to make sure, because I know once you start to get behind on stuff, and if you get a zero and people get stressed out, don't get too stressed out. You still have time to make things up, or if you didn't attach something, you may have a zero in there. So just, just keep checking on it if you can. Also, on the practice formatting, we finished that. We finished that on Thursday last week, so you should have turned that in already. So I gave you time at the end of class on Thursday to turn that in. So the practice formatting is done. That's the one that's the all about me with the paragraphs and the bullets. So I have a couple people, I think 3 or 4 people that did not turn that in on Thursday after class was over. So you do have a zero in PowerSchool right now, but again, same thing, just like the keyboarding tracker, you can still turn it in for credit. Just make sure you attach it. With the keyboarding tracker, what I'm looking for is each week that you add your warm-ups for that week. So I'm not grading it for the whole time. So like if you missed stuff in the beginning and you didn't get it in there, don't stress out about it. Just make sure you have this week correct, okay? So like I got a lot of people that turned it in for this week that didn't add anything from last week on it. So they didn't have either day. You should have 4 entries per day because we do 2 warm-ups a day. So I had people that just didn't have anything at all for 8, whatever it was, 20 something for both days. So for August, the last week. So just make sure when you are adding your 2 warm-ups each day, okay? Because that's what I'm grading each week. So that's where we are right now. Again, if you need to go back, you can always go back to the classroom, Google Classroom wall, the stream, and look and see what we've done so far. Every day I have your warm up out there, and every day I have what we're going to do in class. You can also go back to classwork and check under the assignments. The only thing under assignments that we haven't turned in yet is the font formatting, and we're going to start that one today. That's our new one. So everything else at this point should have been turned in. All right, anybody have any questions about that? All right, Abba, I'll go back and check it today. Okay, I got your message. Anybody else have any questions? Noah said, when do we do Classic Tale 31? I don't know. You can go back to the stream and see which day we did that. If we didn't, I mean, we may have skipped over it. I'm not sure. But you can go back to the classroom wall and look over it. So yeah, if you missed any days last week, that's another question. If you missed any days last week, make sure you go back and watch the video, because on the practice formatting, we worked on it for 2 days. So if you were here on Tuesday but weren't here on Thursday, if you just turn in the one that we did on Thursday, you'll only get a 50 because you didn't do the stuff that we did on Thursday. So make sure if you miss a day, go back and watch the video and add the things to it that we added, okay? All right, anybody else got any more questions? All right, so like I said, oh, let's see. Everyone's frozen. Yeah, Aaron, I'm sorry. Hopefully maybe that's just your internet, and maybe it's going to come back soon. Today's gloomy, I know. That does mess up your internet. But I mean, here's a plus to gloomy days. Look at that sweet baby. She don't want to go outside. She wants to sit beside her mommy all day.
Is that a cat?
Yes, look how beautiful she is. She's the greatest cat ever in the universe.
My grandma had a little baby. Her name is Corona.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, Levi?
She's white and brown.
Oh.
What is the Black Panther thing in Google Classroom?
So I'm going to tell, in Google Classroom, there is under classwork, under cool videos, that's what we're about to do next. So thanks for reminding me. Under cool stuff, I put, we're about to watch it right now. So the only reason why I put it out there under cool stuff is just so in case you wanted to show it to anybody else, you know, later on, or if you want to look at it again, because I've watched it about 1 billion times.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
I know. So y'all don't know me quite as well as well, maybe some of the 6th graders do, but my 7th and 8th graders know me really well, that we are huge Marvel Universe family. I'm buying tickets, you know, on the days they come out. We are at the night the movies come out, at the premiere, every single Marvel movie. So we're super Marvel family in our house. So, you know, it was a pretty sad weekend for us. And, you know, it's just, you know, it's always sad when someone that's younger passes away. But I just feel like he was such an inspiration on screen and off screen, that I just wanted to, you know, give you guys another motivational video. I told you we watched one last week, and I said, well, we probably won't watch as many coming up, but I figured, you know, we got a 4-day weekend coming up, and y'all need some motivation, something that's good for your soul. So I thought this was a good video. I've watched this video so many times. It came out a couple of years ago, right after the movie. And y'all already know, I've already told you I love Jimmy Fallon. So it's a combination of 2 of my favorite things. So what the video is it's people that they think they're being brought in to talk or just to videotape themselves and talk about what Black Panther means to them, the movie. And then Chadwick Boseman comes out at the end and surprises everybody. So it's pretty cool. Jimmy Fallon does this all the time. He's done this before with like The Rock and like Chris Evans, Captain America. So he's done this several other times. So it's really cool. You know, it's always cool when you get to meet, you know, famous people, but especially somebody that's your idol or, you know, somebody that you look up to. And I just feel like he was I mean, from what everyone says and from what it seems like, you know, watching him, that he was just such a genuine, decent person, which, you know, we need more of in the world. And, you know, whether you're you may not be passionate about movies, you may not care about the Marvel universe, but either way, even if you don't, it's a really good video to watch people that are passionate about anything and then express their gratitude about it. You may be passionate about sports, or you might be passionate about going outside, or you might be passionate about books. Even no matter whatever it is that you have a passion for, this is still a good video for you to watch, so where you can see other people express, their gratitude for something that they're passionate about. So we're gonna watch this video, and then as soon as we finish, we'll go ahead and start on our font formatting that we're gonna work on next. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen and my sound.
Miss Merck, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and tell Chadwick what he and the movie mean to you.
Darren here, just want to say thank you so much for making Black Panther. I can't express how much it means to me and the community and my family. Thank you from the very bottom of my heart for all that you've done, for really being a hero that we really need in a time like this. Thank you so much.
Darren, I think there's something wrong with your microphone. My king. Oh my God.
I cannot tell you how much it means to have you step into the role as our king and be holding it with such grace and poise and joy.
That was so great. I think we should let's move in for a close-up of that. Let's get a close-up of that right there.
I actually saw it 4 times. I do have a life, but I saw it 4 times. I saw it once with my girlfriend. Also, I want to thank you for having your suit on for most of the movie, because when your chest was out, she was getting a little excited and I felt insecure, so thank you for that. And it means a lot to see a movie that's not like a Black movie, but it's just a great American superhero movie with, people that look like me, so thank you.
Yo.
Okay. What's going on, bro? I'm glad that you got your muscles covered again. I'm glad that you got your muscles covered, because if you would have been all brolic and stuff, it would have been weird, because my girl would have seen him and be like, why did you get his number? So I'm glad.
Well, for me, as the mother of a young son, my son's childhood has been defined by Barack Obama and now Black Panther, so thank you.
Hey, that's way too much praise. Barack Obama.
No.
You are gorgeous. Gorgeous family.
That is unexpected.
Gorgeous for the
Thank you. Wow, what a surprise.
As a creator, as an entrepreneur of color, just seeing this movie made me realize that our stories need to be told. There's so many of us out here who are trying to create great things, and I was just so inspired as someone who wants to make movies one day and wants to inspire people that art can really change the world.
What type of movies do you want to do? What type of movies?
I can't say that.
My name's Kwabena Ofe. I absolutely loved this movie. You guys killed it. But on a personal note, my father is African. He's from Ghana. He's a scientist. My mother, my sisters, brilliant African-American women. So basically everything that represents me was honored in this movie. I've seen the movie twice in theaters already and once on bootleg. It was incredible. Thank you.
Wait, you gonna bootleg my movie? Come on, Kwabena Ofe.
And you got my whole name right.
Kwabena Ofe, you bootleg my movie?
H, you know, I am a Howard University student, and that is your alma mater. I am so very proud to say that a bison is T'Challa, the Black Panther. Seriously, when you made your big scene, when you came out, I shed a tear. It was a big deal for me and my friends, and definitely Howard University. So I just want to say thank you so much for showing us that there are avenues for us.
Ain't you? I thought you could give me my UO.
What?
That was fantastic.
What is going on?
I just wanted to thank you for making Black Panther for the kids. Representation is very important. It gives the kids like hope, and it gives them the confidence to say things like, "Hey, are you Killmonger's mama?" on the street when I'm going to work. I appreciate that. I thought I had a stylish haircut. You also got me to see an action movie. Didn't see that happening.
Layla Sharp?
Oh no.
Hello! You should work in show business. That was...
Now what am I supposed to do?
Now you're beloved. You're beloved.
I don't know if that... Oh, hey, Jimmy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
That's good, that's good. So anyway...
Words can't even describe what this movie has meant to me and to other Black people. And I know this is for you, Chadwick, but I wanted to take a second to thank the Black women, too, because they were so strong on their own terms and answered to no one but themselves. And I think it was so important because they weren't strong because they were angry. They weren't strong because they were hurt. They were strong because they were strong. And that meant the world to me. So thank you. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
So I just want to show y'all that. It means a lot to me, so I wanted y'all to see it. And I just think, like I said, if, even if you don't know the movie or never seen it, it's still just good to watch other people be grateful of things that they're passionate about. Poor Iva, poor Erlen, everybody keeps getting kicked out. I hate this rainy day. This is sort of like what would be happening in my classroom right now because, in my classroom, I don't know if y'all looked in my classroom or not, but I keep it dark just because I don't want computer glare on the, the glare from the sunlight on the computer. So when it's dark outside, my room is like super dark. So it's kind of like being in my class. So I just wanted y'all to watch that. It means a lot to me. So what we're going to do next is we are going to, and again, I left it out there under cool stuff so y'all can go in and watch it again because, I mean, when the movie came out, we watched that video so many times just because it's so good. It makes you feel good. So y'all can go out and watch it again and again whenever after class is over. All right, so we are going to now go to Google Classroom. And in Google Classroom, you will see font formatting. So when you click on font formatting, oh, looks like somebody's turned it in. All right, let's see. Camden, we haven't done anything to it yet, so I'm going to give yours back to you. It looks like you accidentally clicked turn in on yours. All right, so we haven't done anything to this document yet, so don't turn this one in yet. We're going to work on this one today and a little bit on Thursday, and then we'll turn it in on Thursday. So Camden, I'm sending it back to you so you can edit it. But when you open it, everybody, once you go ahead and open it, it will automatically make you a copy for you to edit, okay? So everybody go ahead and open up font formatting. All right, so I have it out there to turn in by Thursday. So we will we'll work on it today, and then you'll just keep it in your Google Drive, and then we'll finish it up.
Wait, where do we go to?
Go to your Google Classroom, and then go to classwork at the top. And then it's the very first one under assignments. It's called font formatting. And when you click on the document, it will automatically make a copy just for you, and it'll save it to your drive, okay? All right, let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to open mine up. and we're going to work them together. Yeah, even my stuff's moving slow. Hit refresh on everything so many times. This is like being in my classroom when the internet's completely down. Those are really fun days. Come on. All right, so I'm going to make a copy. You guys don't have to do this because whenever I put it out there, it automatically made a copy for you once you click on it. Oh, it's not letting me see my chat. So if y'all have a question, y'all might have to yell at me. But I'm going to make a copy just to make with you guys for your class. All right, so I'm going to call this, and you don't have to do this part. You already have your own copy. I'm going to just for second period. Okay, everybody have their document up? All right, so we're going to start out with a little bit of a review of stuff that we've done already in our practice formatting. We're going to first talk about center, the center button. The center button is pretty important, and I've seen a lot of people in their practice formatting not use the center button, and I can see whether it's been centered or not. So you cannot use the space bar to center. That is a no-no. The only time that you use the space bar is to space between words. You cannot hit tab to center. All that's doing is moving it over 5 spaces. That tab is used for indent. So we're not going to tab anything on this one. We are going to center the words font style. You don't even have to select the words. All you have to do is be clicked on the line where the words are. And when you go over to the top, where you have your alignment buttons on the top right, when you click center align, it will automatically center it for you. You don't even have to highlight anything, okay? All right, so everybody center your title. And once we turn these in on Thursday, everything that we're doing together, that's what I'm going to grade you on. So I need you to stay with me and follow along. If you have any troubles, let me know. All right, I'm going to let you change the title to whatever color, font style, and size that you want. I'm going to change.
You were lagging out. I didn't hear what you said the first time.
Okay, all we've done so far is that we centered. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. We centered the title, the words font style, just clicking right here on the center button. And then what I said before was just that, uh-oh, Marilyn's coming back in. All right, you back in, Erilyn? That's what I feel like doing too. Just all right, so Once we center our title, then I'm going to let you pick what font color and size and style that you want. I'm going to pick purple. I'm going to pick
for just the title.
Just the title.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick, I don't like that. Pick that one. All right, Erin, what we did was we went to Google Classroom, and under Google, under classwork up at the top, we clicked on font formatting. And then when you click on that assignment, it's the very first assignment. When you click on that one, it will make you a copy of that document. And all we've done so far, Erin, is center it, the title, and then we just change the font. We change the style to whatever you want. It doesn't matter. All right, so this paper, and you can see it's a 2-page paper. So what we're going to do is it's explaining what things are in formatting, and we're going to do it as we go through and read each paragraph. The very first paragraph just gives you a definition of font style. Font style is a format tool used to apply a global font format to text. Different font styles are used in different situations. So we're going to talk about the two main situations that there's 2 different categories for font styles. So you can see here, you've got so many fonts. You've got all the ones that you've recently used up at the top. And then if you scroll down under your fonts, they're in alphabetical order, and there's tons of them. You can also add more fonts up at the top. We're not going to do that today, but that is something we're going to do later on. So there's lots of fonts to choose from. But in that whole list of fonts, there are only 2 types. They fall into 2 categories. Either it's a straight font or a curvy font. All right? And those 2 categories have names. So the first one we're going to talk about is the curvy font. Serif font means curvy. In some language, I don't know what, the word serif means curvy. So serif font is any type of font that has curves at the ends of it. The majority of our fonts that we have under our font styles are all curvy. One of the main ones that we use a lot that's curvy is Times New Roman. Times New Roman, I know it doesn't look super curvy. It's not like a script font, but if you look at like the T and the N, they all have little curves at the end of them. A straight font that we use a lot is Arial. Arial is used best whenever you're working with titles or you're working with main headings in like a website or things like that, because they're the easiest to read and they grab your attention. Curvy font you would normally use inside the body of your text, like if you're typing a paper, because curvy fonts are a little bit easier to read. Just like how I had my title and I changed it to this one right here, and I was like, no, I don't like that. That title is not easy to read. So I'm gonna, like I said, I went back in and changed it to something a little straighter. So that just gives you an idea. My computer, oh, come on. There we go. So that just gives you an idea. Those are the 2 main categories of fonts. Serif means curvy, and we're going to talk a little bit about serif. So when we talk about serif, we're going to highlight this first section right here and the section underneath it. So I'm going to select that, those group of words right there. So you can go ahead and do that too. Start with serif font has curves at the ends, and then go down to that next paragraph where it says the best example of a serif style font is Times New Roman. Serif font is used in the body because it's easy to read, and serif font is said to propel the reader forward. So it helps you to read a little bit faster because of the slant of the words. All right, so select this entire section right here under serif font. So that line and the next paragraph, we are going to change that entire paragraph to Times New Roman. If you do not see Times New Roman up here at the top where we have recent fonts, then you can scroll down and they're in alphabetical order until you find Times New Roman. So go ahead and click that. So the title I'll let you change. The first paragraph, we just left it like it was. And then the serif section, we changed this to Times New Roman. So everybody needs to do that. I'll do it one more time just so you can see. Select that section. Just those 4 lines. And go up to the top where your font style is and change that to Times New Roman. All right, we're going to move on down. Everybody got that? Thumbs up? All right, we're going to move on down. The next section is about our second category. Our second category is sans serif. And an easy way for you to remember, serif is curvy and sans serif has 2 S's. So I always say it's super straight. So that helps you remember that. Sans serif font is a straight font. It has no curves on the ends of the letters, and it's usually used for titles because it grabs your attention. And it's also usually the preferred font for anything that you put on the internet. So the main serif font style is Arial. So we have this whole section right here, and mine is already set to Arial. Does everybody have theirs set to Arial already for that section? I am going to bold that section just to make it stand out a little bit. All right, so we're just highlighting the sans serif section here, and then it's already Arial. If yours is not Arial, which it should be, if it's not, change it to Arial, and then we're going to make it bold. Everybody good? Anybody need me to slow down? Am I lagging any? And if you get behind on anything, just skip ahead and stay with me, and you can go back and fix it later, okay? All right, the next section we're going to talk about. The next section is script font. Which category do you think script font falls under? Serif or sans serif? Anybody, yell it out at me. What is script font?
Is it Sarah?
It is serif because script looks like cursive, like it looks like your handwriting. So that's definitely curvy, all right? So we're gonna go in, we've got 2 lines here that talk about script font. I'm gonna select these 2 lines right here, and it says script font is generally written in cursive, and script font is used in, for example, like invitations to make things look fancy. All right, so I want you to highlight those 2 lines, and we are going to center these 2 lines. So you have both of them selected. It will center both lines for you at the same time. After you do that, I want you to go over and choose a font style that looks like cursive. So that first one that I chose earlier that I decided I didn't like, Pacifico, you can choose that one. There's Caveat. There's several that look like lobster. That's a cute one. So you're looking for ones that look like they're in cursive. And there's a few to choose from there. I'm going to choose lobster. Choose this lobster. Do y'all watch Friends? You gotta get my Friends reference. All All right, so we centered this section and then we made it a script font. Anything that looks cursive to you, anything that looks like handwriting, you can choose whichever one you want. All right, everybody good? You ready to move on? All right, so we've done both sections of serif and sans serif, and we talked about script fonts. All right, so we're going to move on down. We're going to talk about font size. And y'all already know this little number up here is your font size, but there are some things about font size that you need to be aware of. Font size is important. It's measured by points. So if I ever say use a 13-point font, that's what you would do when you would click on the number and choose that number. It's measured in points by the body of text that you need to use. Usually 10 or 12 is usually 12 is normally the norm for our class. It's automatically set at 11 right now. We're going to go in, we're going to go down where it says type the following font that's called for. We're going to go into each one of these items and we're going to change it to that size and that font. So all of them right now are Arial 11. So you're going to go into each one and change it to that type of font that it's asking for and that size. So for example, 14-point Arial. Mine's already set to Arial, so I don't have to change the style, but I do have to go in and click on 14. Easy enough, right? All right, the next one is 16-point Times New Roman. So we know we've used Times New Roman already, so it should be in our recents. So I'm going to highlight that one, go to Times New Roman, and then when I click on the number, do you see 16 right there? Anybody see 16 in my list? No, it goes from 14 to 18. So if you want it to be 16, you have to physically go up to the top. You can see where the 11 is highlighted and type in 16 and hit enter. See how I did that? All right, now the next one's a little tricky. Is there anywhere that says serif font in our font styles? No, it's a category. So what does serif mean again? Yell it out at me. What does serif mean?
Times New Roman.
Times New Roman can be serif. Really anything that's curvy is what you want to use, okay? So we're going to go in. I'm going to pick a cute little curvy font. I'm going to go with this one right here. Oh, look, there's one that even says serif on it. I'm going to go with the Breeze Serif. And then I'm going to change that number to 10. 10 looks so much smaller than 11 to me. All right, so anything that's curvy for that one. It's up to you. The next one is 16-point script. So script is going to be anything that looks cursive. So I'm going to pick Pacifico and I'm going to change it to 16. I do not have a 16 just like before, so I have to type that one in. All right, if you are comfortable with this, there are just 2 more. You can go ahead and finish those. 20-point sans serif, that would be anything straight. I'm gonna leave mine at Arial. There's also another straight one that I use sometimes. Oh, Courier, that one's a little straight. That looks like a typewriter almost. Calibri, that one's pretty straight too. I might use that one. And then I'm gonna change that to 20. Again, I have to type that in on 9. And then a 12-point serif, you can use any curvy font you want. And change it to 12. All right, before we move on to the second page, I want you to go in And the way this is set up, because I have so much space in between these, you cannot highlight the whole section and put your bullets in, but I do want you to click in front of each one of these and add a bullet. And you can pick whatever bullet you want. You can do stars, diamonds, dots, squares, whatever. But you do have to click on each one, because if you don't, it'll give you a bunch of bullets that you don't want. So I'm going to go and click in front of each one and add my bullets, just to make it look a little more professional. All right, and we are done with the first page. I think I'm going to leave the second page for us to work on Thursday. But this is what yours should look like. It should look just like mine. And if you're missing anything, you can go back and watch the video and pick it, or if you know what we've done, you can go in and select it. Looks pretty darn good. Anybody have any questions on any of that part? All right, so we're going to pick up right there when we come back on Thursday and finish up that second page. And then we're going to start our little daily schedule that we're going to make next. Anybody got any questions? That was pretty fun. That was fast. That felt really quick. All right, I hope y'all's internet works better for the rest of the day. Maybe it'll clear up. All right, I'll see y'all on Thursday then.
Bye, boys.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.